In the never-ending battle between order and chaos, clutter sides with chaos every time. Anything that you possess that does not add to your life or your happiness eventually becomes a burden. John Robbins. Number 10. Adopt the right mindset. Decluttering is not a walk in the park. It requires desire, will, commitment, and time. That's because it's easy to procrastinate, which causes you to put off making it happen. Did you know that decluttering is good for your mental health? That's right. Decluttering is a therapeutic exercise that can improve your mood and reduce stress. But because decluttering is a process, you have to start by adopting the right mindset towards it. You have to understand why you want to do it and the benefits you'll gain from creating space by reducing the things that you have. For example, if you have 3 coffee tables, we highly doubt that you use all 3 to take your morning coffee unless you skip, hop, and jump, which means 2 of them sit idle, just filling up your space. You may be holding on to the tables because of the sentimental value they have. And that's why adopting the right mindset on what you want to do is essential. Understanding why you want to declutter helps you feel less attached when you have to get rid of an item you've been holding on to. This makes it easier for you to let go and keep minimalist items that you need day to day. If you want to have a successful decluttering process, adopt the right mindset about it, and the exercise will be a great experience and a powerful lesson too. Number 9. Sort out your closet. We all have clothes in our closets that haven't seen the light of day in ages. Getting rid of clothes you don't wear can be a daunting task. Imagine sorting out piles of clothing and deciding which ones belong where. Sounds exhausting just thinking about it, doesn't it? That's why, as we mentioned earlier, having the right mindset is important. But if your closet is so full that you have no space left to put more clothes in, it's time to give it a facelift. This will save you tons of space, and you can also earn money by selling those clothes that you don't wear, by holding a garage or yard sale. You can also donate some of the clothes to charity. Either way, you'll get rid of the things you don't need, which creates enough space for your other clothes. It could also possibly earn you money and improve your mood. And to top it all, you won't have a hard time deciding what to wear because you have minimized your wardrobe. This creates more time to do other things like having breakfast with your family without feeling the need to make a mad dash out the door and weave through traffic like crazy to clock in on time. Number 8. Reduce your pantry. Have you ever looked into your pantry and wondered where to start putting more dry foods? Sometimes we stock our pantries so much that we are at a loss on how to make a meal because we can't decide on what to cook. While having enough food in your pantry is a great way to save money because you won't make frequent trips to the grocery store, having too much is a waste of space and money. This is because you'd have dry foods that have exceeded their expiry date, which would cause them to go bad and ultimately go to waste. For example, if you know that you use 2 packets of wheat flour per month, you don't need to buy a dozen packs. As much as they may last you several months, you might be wasting your money, especially if you buy foods that are closer to the expiry date. To declutter your pantry, remove all the foods that have expired and dispose of them. Also, find the foods that are closer to the expiry date and batch cook from those first. You'll have saved money by not wasting food. You'll also have enough food to eat for some time, saving you the time it takes to cook daily. It also allows you to have enough space for your food, which helps you circulate enough air to keep them fresh for longer. Decluttering your pantry also reduces stress because you don't have to move things around looking for something you swore you bought just a few days before, but can't find it. Number 7. Use your furniture's hidden storage. Sometimes we have built-in storage in our homes, such as the ottoman in our living rooms or the cabinets under our beds. These hidden storage spaces are a great way to organize your home and make it more habitable and spacious. You can use these hidden spaces for things that you want to keep but don't use often. For example, you may have built-in spaces in your dresser, which you can use to store more things than just makeup. The chest at the foot of your bed is another great space where you can store things and make your bedroom look minimalist and spacious. If you have sentimental items that you don't want to throw away but don't want to display, you can keep them in your furniture's hidden spaces. You'll not only have your sentimental items, but you'll also have created space in your house for them. You can also invest in tables that have built-in storage so that when you're too lazy to take your coffee cup to the kitchen sink, you can just hide it in there. But we wouldn't recommend that you do that unless you want to have roaches setting up shop in your house. Number 6. Take the 12-12-12 challenge. If you've never heard of this challenge, we promise you that it works. The 12-12-12 challenge refers to choosing 12 items from your clutter to sell, 12 to donate, and 12 to throw away. This is an excellent way to declutter, get money, and exercise your philanthropic side. For example, how many pairs of socks do you have in your closet that have holes in them? We bet you sometimes even wear mismatched socks to the office thinking that no one notices, right? Well, you can get a 6-pack at Walmart for $13 and stop wearing mismatched pairs. But seriously, throwing away those things you can't sell or give to charity can help you create space in your house and reduce stress. This challenge creates a lot of room in your house. But it's important to note that if you don't have 12 items, you can choose the quantity you have and put them in the appropriate category. If you have 3 wife beaters for the trash, 2 pairs of shoes for sale, and 10 candles for donation, you're good to go. The goal is to get rid of the things you are not using to create more space in your home and keep it organized. Number 5. Declutter one room at a time. Unless you're running on gas, you can't declutter your whole house in one sitting, unless you want to suffer burnout, which would make you swear on everything to never declutter your house ever again. To avoid feeling like decluttering is such a daunting task, you can start decluttering one room at a time. For example, you can start with the room that you feel has the most clutter and work your way down. If your bedroom is the most cluttered room, you can start by decluttering your closet and all the other storage spaces you have in there. When you're done clearing the most cluttered room, it will be easier for you to go to the next one because you know you are reducing your work time. If you start from the least cluttered room, you will start procrastinating as your work increases, which will demotivate you and cause you to put a halt to the exercise. And while you're decluttering a room, it's important to have fun with it so you don't feel tired quickly. You can put your favorite music on and even bust a few moves if you like. This will make you feel energized and interested in your decluttering exercise. Try it today, and you will thank us later. Number 4. Spend less time sorting one item. Do you have a pair of shoes that you would rather keep on display even when the heel is too high for you to wear? Do you spend a lot of time thinking of whether an item is throwaway or a keepsake? Spending a lot of time sorting one item when decluttering can waste your time and cause laziness, ultimately making you end the exercise prematurely. To avoid this, you can spend less time on one item to help you finish decluttering one room in the shortest time possible. Spending more time sorting one item can also cause you to hold on to things that you should otherwise get rid of. For example, if you're sorting out your books and cards and take 10 minutes reading each card, you may be tempted to hold on to some cards that you deem sentimental, which is holding on to clutter. As a rule of thumb, you should spend less than 5 minutes sorting one item to give you time to pile everything and categorize it, without feeling the need to hold on to some of the items that you should be doing away with. It will help you create room for other things that are of sentimental value. Number 3. Clear out items regularly. If you want to make your work easier by decluttering, make it a habit of regularly clearing out the things you want to get rid of. This is because it will make your workload easier than if you take 6 months before decluttering, only to spend a couple of days doing it. For example, you can decide to clear your clutter every 2 months and reward yourself when you do. This will help you stay motivated to clear out the items. And the most amazing thing is, it doesn't take a lot to declutter if you don't have too many piles to sort. Rewarding yourself is a way of thanking yourself for a job well done. For example, you can treat yourself to a nice dinner or indulge your sweet tooth in something you rarely eat. You can also take a nice, long bath because you have created enough time for yourself. Number 2, keep your surfaces clutter-free. Owning less creates an opportunity to live more. Joshua Becker. Did you know that clutter begets clutter? That's right. If you have clutter, you'll be inclined to put more on your surfaces, which grows more clutter with time. And before you know it, you have no space to place a cup or to use on other things. For example, if you have dirty dishes in the sink, you won't feel guilty about adding more. What's one more cup, right? But if your sink is clean and free of dirty dishes, you'll want to wash your coffee cup immediately after you're done because you don't want to ruin the aesthetic nature of your kitchen sink. This applies to other rooms in your house. If you put things on top of your dresser, it looks disorganized and unappealing. But if you get done with your makeup and put it back in the drawers, your dresser looks nice and neat, which makes you feel good. If you want to keep clutter away, ensure that your surfaces are clutter-free, and you will have less work, keeping you free of stress. Before we get into number 1, make sure to check out the links in the description for our best recommendations to boost your savings. Number 1, have fun with your decluttering. Nobody said that decluttering should be all gloom and doom. You can make your decluttering exercise a nice and fun way to unwind even as you work. And by having fun, we don't mean coming back with a large pizza and a large Coke. We mean doing something that gives you more energy and motivation to finish sorting out your items. For example, if listening to heavy metal makes you feel invincible and like you can do anything, then by all means, listen to heavy metal. This will help you work faster, which helps you save time, and do a meticulous job while you're at it. If you love storytelling, you can put your favorite audiobooks on and listen while you work. You can also take your favorite cup of coffee if you feel like it's going to energize you enough to keep going. But don't overindulge because we won't be responsible for your insomnia. Take whatever makes you feel energized and work with it. You will have fun and create more room, which will lift your mood and help you live like a minimalist. Make sure to check out the next video. You're going to get a ton of value from this one. See you there.